Alright, I've had a number of people ask me, how did this sock come around, why did it come around, why do we need it, and what's the problem you're trying to fill? So, as a chiropractor who dealt with foot-related issues, as well as being a fitter for a number of years in hockey, skiing, golf, that sort of thing, I always notice one thing, and there is not a piece of footwear in the world that is made to function exactly like your foot. And at the same time, there's no footwear that's actually made specifically for the size and shape of your foot. So I love to bring up my trusty Brannick device to sort of explain why this product came around and why almost everyone can benefit from it. So if we look at a Brannick device, your fitter, you've inevitably seen this in the store, your fitter comes up and says, so let's find out what size you are. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to put our left foot right here, and we're going to measure the length of the foot, and then we're going to use this part to be able to measure the width of the forefoot. So I have to ask myself from my medical brain here, is that if we can measure the length of the foot and we can measure the width of the forefoot, why don't we measure the heel? So if we think about the heel from a functional perspective, there's 26 bones in the foot with a 45 plus joints. All the mechanics happen in the heel. We may have heard of pronation or supination, or where the arch moves. The heel basically controls pronation and supination. It controls the foot moving forward. It also controls the alignment of the lower extremity. So we all know how important the foot is, not only to the function of the foot and the rest of the foot itself, but also the function of your ankles, your knees, your hips, and your low back. So if we have a challenge with measuring the heel, this is why this product actually has come out, is that there's no piece of footwear, as good as footwear is, that can either mimic the normal mechanics of your foot or actually can be made exactly for your size. And people say, well, you know, there's a lot of footwear on the wall, so why doesn't it fit? So we have to talk about fit in a number of different ways. So if we take a look at a hockey skate, we're going to talk about this hockey skate, and this hockey skate is a size 9.5D. So what does that mean? So a 9.5D means that we've measured the length of the skate, and we know that it corresponds to a length of basically a size 9.5. The E basically represents the width of the forefoot, and we talked about it before. But if we actually look at the skate, or a ski boot, or a running shoe, or a golf shoe, again, all of our mechanics happen in the heel. We also find is as soon as we start wearing our footwear, whether it be a ski boot or a skate or a boot, is that liner inside the ski boot is going to change. It changes from morning to afternoon. It changes from month 1 to month 6 to month 24. So this is why that fit is a big challenge. Is we have an unlimited number of sizes and shapes of feet. We essentially have a very, very limited number of sizes and shapes of boots on the wall. Can you imagine the financial impact of each company having to make 20 different sizes and shapes and three-dimensional sizes of boots or skates or ski or running shoes? It's just not economically feasible. So basically what we want to do is we want to tie in the fit of your footwear to the size and shape and mechanics of your foot. And the difficulty is it's almost impossible to do that inside the store.